Hey y'all, welcome to the Moving with Millennials podcast with your favorite millennial realtors.
We are 4 top producing agents in the DFW area, and we are ready to share the good, bad, and the real life of real estate.
Whether you're thinking about getting into real estate, already an agent, or just curious about what your agent really does, join us.
Tune in every Wednesday to see what it's really like to be on this side of the transaction.
Hey guys, welcome to Moving with Millennials, and today we're going to talk about selling in the holidays. It is fun. If you are listening to the podcast, we also record these in video, so you're missing us in all of our favorite fall fashion finds. I feel like we all look so festive.
Fall colors.
Ready for fall.
Where did you say this was from?
I don't remember, actually.
I didn't know that was a big deal. I love it so much. I'm like, I'm going to go buy this.
He doesn't want to say it.
Yeah, no, maybe if I remember later, I'll text it to you.
I just feel like you're chic and shabby.
Shabby? Okay, so what is, again, we kind of like talk about where we're going with this, talk about selling during the holidays, but I kind of want to know a little bit about holiday traditions for you guys. Like, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Ooh, I love that. I'm really big on sweets. Okay, so first of all, I love green bean casserole. That's my favorite, go-to.
So
really? Jake doesn't like it?
How do you not like
fan.
green bean?
I love green bean casserole. So that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Cream beef, or is it cream mushroom?
Yep.
Cream and mushroom.
But the thing is, the thing in our family with the green bean casseroles, my mom makes them with frozen green beans. Oh, I like them with the canned green beans. I like canned. I do. I like the canned, so that's a big deal. Oh, the little French onion.
Okay, so my mom does garlic baguette bread.
Ooh,
on top of it.
Yeah.
She cuts it up into little pieces and crumbles it on top, and it is so good.
This is making me so hungry.
If you're listening to the podcast, this would be a good one to maybe watch because I feel like facial reactions. And this, I'm so confused.
Okay, what's your favorite food then?
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie, of course. I'm a sweets
dinner.
person.
What are you going to eat at dinner?
He's like pumpkin pie.
I eat pumpkin pie for dinner and for breakfast the next day, and a pumpkin pie sandwich the following day.
Apple pie for breakfast after Thanksgiving is so good.
I'm not a big
apple pie
person.
I love it. What's y'all's favorite food?
I love stuffing.
Yeah.
Stuffing is
not my favorite.
That's my mom's stuffing is so good.
I wish it was more of a thing to eat it year round. Stuffing I could eat year round.
Yeah,
for
Laura
sure.
just made it, and I was
drooling. I know. I was messaging her about
stuffing now.
It's so good.
Yeah. I think my actual favorite, I make really good, mashed potatoes, but with Yukon Gold potatoes instead. And so you brown, butter and garlic, all that together, and then do the potatoes, all that. So I think that's my favorite. It's actually my own mashed potatoes. So fitting of me to something I've made myself.
That's made only by me.
I love collard greens too. That's something that
I don't.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, making me so hungry, but that's not what this whole podcast is about. Let's get into the actual meat and bones of what we were. So now you guys are all hungry. We're going to talk about some tips, or really why it's great to sell your home during the holidays, and then we're going to give you some tips on if you are selling your home during the holidays that you should be doing in preparation for that. So let's jump in. We came up with 12 reasons to list your home during the holiday season. So let's jump into that. Jake, you want to start with number one?
So the first one, if you think about it, there's typically less competition in the winter market. So more people take their homes off the market or don't list. They want to wait until after, the holiday season. So the homes that do list, there's fewer of them. So you're competing against less properties.
And with that, the buyers are more serious.
Yeah.
So that's another reason.
So that's actually
1 and 2, right?
Yeah, it's actually reason number 2 is that winter prospects, they're a little more serious because if you're buying during the winter months, clearly you're doing this at maybe a more inconvenient time, if you will, just because holidays are so busy.
So your kids are in school too.
Yeah, you're a serious buyer. You need a house. It's not as much as it is a desire. It's you need a house. So serious buyers are the second reason.
I always talk about too with my buyers, if we're looking at vacant properties, looking at them in winter when sometimes there's no electricity, no heat.
Right.
You've got to really want to look at houses
definitely.
in the winter if you're willing to go out. Sometimes during cold weather. I showed
storms.
properties last year during the ice storm. Things like that. Those are you're serious. You've got to have that house for whatever reason.
And cold weather in Texas is below 50.
Yeah, it's really
or 60.
Yeah, we joke.
I'm so much more sensitive to the cold now.
Yeah.
Because I live in Texas, I'm 30.
I literally, my teeth will chatter and I'll get chills if it's below 70.
Yeah.
I 70.
It is, for real though.
I'm a sweatshirt.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's number 1. Number 2. So number 3 is your home looks its best during the holidays. So What we mean by that is you've got guests coming in with the holidays, so you're probably keeping the house more clean. It's a lot easier during that time to want to keep it clean. So your house does look the best at that point, but you also have things like seasonal decorations, which we're going to talk about, when it comes to decorating, some tips on that. You got cozy fireplaces, things like that. So your home really does show its best or look its best during the holidays.
Right. And I think it's easier too with being clean. I just thought of this after we talked, like the kids are in school, right? So they're not at home like during the summer where they're keeping everything a mess. So for showings, the house is going to be more well kept and put together.
Right. Yeah. And have that cozy feel, like warm and welcoming. Like curb appeal and like first impressions are so huge when buyers come into your home and even walk up to your home. So I'd say that's really important.
Yeah. And I
was going
to say, I don't know about y'all, but I love candles. I love scents and stuff. But during the winter months, like that's when I put on like my pumpkin pie smells, my fall smells. Yeah. And to me, I'm just like, it just makes me so cozy. And Jake's like, yes, pumpkin pie smell.
Absolutely.
But it's like that smell and it makes it so homey when, you're walking in as a buyer to just be like, ooh, like this is homey.
Right. Well, and smells trigger memories. So it's like a good nostalgic feeling for people too.
For sure.
So it's really, it helps them be able to like imagine themselves being at home. Then if that scent just happens to trigger some sort of memory of being at, their grandmother's house or their family home or something like that, it helps them be able to picture themselves there.
That's a great point, because a lot of people, when they're buying houses any time of the year, one of the things they start picturing is, when holidays come, like, what does that look like here in this home? Like, do we have the space to have Thanksgiving dinner here? Do we have space to do or the big Christmas tree we want? So if they can already see that because they see how you're utilizing the space immediately, they're thinking about that right then and there.
Right. Definitely. You want to also keep the scent consistent and not have a bunch of different scents.
Yeah.
My sellers just got that feedback. There were two. It was just, it didn't. Yeah, it just didn't.
I always find those
overload
wall plugins are so. They're just
you have to be.
I'm not
careful
sponsored, but I just got those Pura diffusers.
Yeah, you were talking about those. Are they worth it?
Okay,
they're all over Instagram. I see them.
Natural smelling. I hate the ones that are chemically.
So I have a signature scent for my home. So it's always, the Volcano by Capri Blue. So it's always the same. It's Anthropology. It's main candle flavor.
It's
so good.
Oh, so it's a candle. I know. I've heard of is it you put it into
No. So that scent though, they make it in candles, room sprays, all kinds of things. But Pura themselves, it's a little small round thing that plugs in and it holds two different scent things. So you can actually schedule 2 different scents if you want to. Of course, mine all over all the same scent. But I love it because you can control it from your phone. You can schedule it. So mine turns on in the morning, a little bit before I wake up. Okay. And then it, just a little bit in the morning. And then it also turns on in the afternoon before Jason and I get home from school.
I love that.
Do you get used to it, or is it you smell it when you walk in?
I can smell it. Yeah.
That's probably great, because if you have a constant smell, you almost don't smell it anymore.
That's what I was thinking. I would get used to it, but you don't.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, so number 4 reason why it's great to sell during the holidays is this actually is one of the highest percentages of listings sold to listings taken occurs during this time. So statistics really show us, if we go back and we look at that sales remain pretty steady during the winter months, while the numbers of the new homes entering the market decreases. So creating really it's a trend towards more of a seller's market during this time. So if we actually look at the facts and the statistics, it's a really good time to sell as well.
Right. So for this year, when we're already in a heavy seller's market, I really think that, again, the people that do go ahead and list this winter are really going to be able to capitalize even more so.
Definitely.
Because it's just going to be even more.
Yeah. And number 5 is that you may receive more money for your home. So in a seller's market also, you're going to get that demand.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, because you have less competition. Homes are, that are sold during the holidays tend to sell for more. So, and in less time too, because again, you have such serious buyers that they're making decisions pretty quick.
They're serious, and they're sometimes emotionally triggered. I think people emotionally pick houses all the time. That's one of they can see themselves in it. That's why they pick the home. So when you have got someone that's maybe against a tighter timeline because they're trying to get it done during the holidays and maybe get moved in before their kids start the next semester, there's just a lot of motivation. And so when there's a lot of motivation on the buyer side, there's usually also a lot of funds or a lot of financial backing for that. So they're willing to pay more because they have to get what they want at that point.
And before the school year starts.
Yeah, there's pressure.
You're with family a lot over the holidays. So I think that when you're with your family, you're looking at your portal or your homes and your portal with your family, and you get excited and just I think it's an emotional thing.
Right.
Yeah. So then number 6, so you can restrict showings during the holidays. So I think that's a good plus. So you don't really have to worry too much about working around showings and family activities, things like that, because they understand it's also, it is holiday time. So if you do have family in town, things like that, buyers tend to be a little more lenient and understanding of that. So,
and that's so easy for us as agents to just let us know like what that schedule looks like for you. We have a showing service that all, agents in the area, we use that to schedule, and we just give them a quick call or set it up in the app and just block out those times. So it won't even allow an agent to request that time to where you have to feel like you're declining it. It just shows as blocked out when it's
and you can do
available.
that. Oh, sorry. I just did what I hate. I just interrupted you. You can also do that not in the holidays anyway, like any time of the year.
Yes.
You can restrict showings.
Yeah.
So
make sure you're talking to your agent about that, because I think it's better to go ahead and just block out that showing time that you don't want showings instead of declining a showing. So just block it out. So Maggie, number 7.
I can't see. Buyers have more time to look at homes. Yeah, so people are off work during the holidays. Kids are out. It's just definitely they have more time to look at homes, and
they may have vacation time from work. So they have more time.
I know a lot of people take longer Thanksgivings or longer Christmas breaks too. So that's where people are at home, they're with their families, like you said, Maggie, looking at this portal, seeing what's available. Maybe they're realizing that their house is too small for both in-laws and grandma to be in town. So then everyone's kind of looking at like, how can we grow and all stay happy and be here?
Yeah, because like in the normal time, or people are working in the day, and on most buyers are looking evenings and weekends. So during the holidays, they have all day.
Yeah.
Right. More time slots available.
So, all right, number 8.
All right, 8 is January is traditionally the biggest moving month. So this is because school calendars, many people were moving in January opposed to more months. We moved in January, and it was easier to find movers, I think, because it's the busiest month to move, but I think there's more help.
Yeah,
because of that.
Yeah, the break in between school, and a lot of jobs, like at the end of the year, if they're relocating, some of their employees and stuff like that, it tends to be, after the new year.
Right.
So.
And it makes sense too, with people, again, a lot of home sales are driven by school. So it's like people want to get in before the school year starts. And if they didn't quite make that, then maybe they'll do month-to-month rentals or wait to sell their home until they can sell it over Christmas break and move in January before their kiddo has to start in the new school, or even if they're still staying in the same school or school district, just with less disturbance to move like in between while the kid's not in school. So
I think a big one is the resolutions, right? Like you want to start the year off on a good foot, and I think that's how people usually do it.
One of the ways, I wonder if it's also, I'm going to bring this up, because people kind of get divorced during the holidays. Shoot. So they're like new house, new me, and all that kind of stuff. So it's like that resolution of like, I'm going to buy a new house, start over, all
fresh year, fresh house. Jake?
That might also be why they're
sip
selling. I wasn't calling anyone out over here at all. I just,
I did not. Well, I guess
everybody tends to do that.
I mean, ours, did wrap up, I guess, in winter, but definitely not during the holidays. We made an effort to get through the holidays.
Yeah.
Number 9, moving right along.
Just skip past that.
I'm gonna ice skate right over that one. Number 9 is also, you can do something called a lease back. So to help kind of accommodate the moving but getting through. So let's say that you get a contract, right after Thanksgiving, or while, maybe buyers are out looking on Thanksgiving break. If you get a contract, you can likely also negotiate to stay in your house till after Christmas, because it's not likely that someone's going to want to move, that week, and do like what's called a lease back. So you would actually close before Christmas and get those funds, and then not actually have to move out for a week, 2 weeks, whatever you can negotiate. Or the buyers and you as the seller may just want to extend the closing period. So instead of doing a 30-day financing period, maybe do 35 or 40 or whatever, however it works. But I feel like people are more accommodating through the holidays. Everyone's in the holiday spirit. And so no one's going to want to make you move, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or something.
And you kind of have to work around title company times. They're not open, usually, they're not on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's, all that kind of stuff. So you have to work around that timeline too.
Yeah. And that is a reflection of when banks can actually transfer money. So, it's like if the bank can't move that money, you're not closing anyways. So.
Absolutely. We talked about this last podcast, that's another reason to work with local vendors, is they're going to work more during the holidays than a big bank would.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. All right, number 10 reason why to sell during the holidays. So when you sell your home during the winter, you are in a position to buy in the spring when there are more homes to sell or when there are more homes on the market. So if you sell during the holiday, it kind of puts you in that position where now you're ready. Spring market's around the road. So it's a little bit easier during that time to have more inventory and options to purchase. So it's a great time to kind of get ahead of that and not worry about contingencies and things like that.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So,
okay, number
11.
Number 11.
11. Can I just move this?
Yeah.
There may be fewer showings during the winter, but more qualified and motivated buyers. It's all about the quality over quantity when it comes to winter buyers. Expect fewer showings, but be prepared for quick offers from serious buyers. So motivated buyers are out there. I mean, it's, oh my.
Oh, somebody's here. So yeah, this is again kind of going back to like buyers are more serious. So maybe you're not having as many showings, which is kind of great because again, it's the holidays. You know, we don't have as much time during that time to do the showings. But the ones that are showing, they are more qualified. They're ready to go. So they are serious.
Qualified, motivated. I think motivated again. It goes down to that.
Absolutely. And then our final reason
is corporate transferees can't wait until the spring to buy a home. So end of quarter, start of a new quarter, they're going to want to be in their home as soon as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
It may not even be that their fiscal year is ending, but like you mentioned, the quarter is ending for everyone. Mm-hmm. So even if their fiscal year is not ending, it is, like you mentioned, common to move at the end of the quarter. So
and, yeah, right before school starts. Everyone wants to be in before that.
Settled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are hesitant on thinking, you know, should I sell during the winter time? Yes. The summertime always tends to be kind of that. It is a little bit more
fast and furious.
But especially if you're looking to sell and buy, I feel like the summer months, I mean, you're going to always buy and sell in the market that you're in. So while people tend to think, okay, the summer market is great time because there's so many more buyers at that point, you're also going to be up against a lot more competition when it comes to purchasing. So just keep that in mind. So if you are thinking, those are our reasons on why it's still a great time to sell during the holiday season. So,
yeah.
Okay, now we're going to share some tips with you guys. If you are selling during the holiday season, these are more kind of staging tips on what you should do to your home to get it ready for listing. So
love this.
Yeah. So we're going to do this as like, instead of doing this, you should do this. So I'll do the instead, and then we'll let Jake or someone do this. So instead of having like a Griswold style, Christmas lights where it's just Christmas lights everywhere, inflatables, all the things, instead
less is more. So simple white lights on your exterior. They're classic. They're always just a very clean, pretty look. And I would also probably say, this is one of our suggestions, no inflatables.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're so cute, but when they're deflated during the day, listen, I've got a daughter, she loves them. But during the day when they're all deflated, they look all sad. So if like someone shows up at like 2 o'clock for a showing and you've got like deflated inflatables in your yard, it just does not look good. So
what's funny about that is we actually have Griswold, like we have the Griswold like caravan with the tree on top of it. That's our Christmas decor. So like we have the inflatable Griswold stuff. But if I was selling my house, I just pack it away.
Yeah.
So
that is so funny.
For sure.
Yep. Okay, so the next tip.
I was actually also going to say, sorry, one more thing. White lights also on the interior. Like for your Christmas tree, I always think white lights.
I only do white lights.
Yeah. And outside.
Yeah.
Exterior.
Just looks more simple.
It just feels brighter and open and clean and cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little tip and trick from someone that has done tons of Christmas trees. If you get a pre-lit Christmas tree, one of the things that will make it look better is if you get another set of white bulbs that's a slightly different size or shape, and you also wrap it into your tree, it gives it just like more layer and dimension.
It's the best.
I need a Christmas tree tutorial.
Yeah, I need to try that. That goes with their next one. Is going all out on infusing your home with holiday colors. You want to
not do that. Yeah. So instead of doing that, you want to pick the color tones that align with your current decor.
Yeah.
Neutral.
Like you said, I think we said country Christmas, right? Like keep it like the whites, the burlaps,
the creams.
I think that works for like certain styles. For other styles, if that doesn't match like your style or decor, you can never go wrong with the holiday season, and it can get you through like kind of like Thanksgiving to Christmas, just like classic gold and silver together. Like mix the metallics. That's a popular style right now in interior design anyways, is mixed metals. So I think that's also a really good one as well. Like instead of seeing the flashy, bright colors like the reds and the greens that you would typically see, just the classic silver and gold.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people lately have been doing like purples, and like I'm not into purple.
Yeah, me either.
Keep it bright, light, cozy.
There's a lot of people doing themed Christmas stuff. Like I've seen a lot of
Christmas trees, like themed Christmas trees. I'm like, y'all have too much time.
JC does have a pink Christmas tree.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
appropriate.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's different.
By the way, like do all these things like when you're not selling your house,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
This
We
is
love all that.
Yeah.
But this is all about when you're selling your house, what you should do.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So the next one, so kind of the next thing to kind of stay away from is like we were talking about like holiday figurines, snowmen, clutter decor. So like getting away from like the Grinch theme and all that kind of stuff. Instead, you want to focus a little more on like some signature pieces. So
I think this goes with your pre-packing, right? You always tell your sellers to pre-pack. So instead of bringing out everything, bring out maybe a little bit to get you guys through the Christmas, but make it so it's neutral and easy to clean up and put away.
Right.
Yeah.
I just think you want to focus on like the statement pieces. So that should include like your wreath, maybe swap out a couple of pillows. Like if you wanted to, that kind of again bring in a little bit more of a Christmas or cozy theme. Or scented candles, and then like greenery on your mantle. I think is like that's it. Like so you should just see it should look more winter and less holiday.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Well, and I think, that's the next tip is instead of creating like that holiday vibe, it just needs to be more of like a cozy vibe.
Right.
So keeping it cozy.
Because not everyone celebrates the same thing around December or the holidays.
That's true.
So you want to keep
that in
it
mind.
neutral.
Yeah, love that. And even for like Thanksgiving and stuff like that, I mean, I think instead of having a bunch of Thanksgiving things, think more like fall. So like a little bit more cozy and the fall theme instead of Thanksgiving.
I think especially, like we've already passed Halloween at this point, but if you're thinking about selling, if you're listening to this and maybe like in the future, you're thinking about selling your seller around Halloween, I think that's another one to keep in mind too. You don't really want like skulls and things like that all around, but you can have pumpkins and gourds and things like that all around and definitely give like a holiday or like a fall or autumn vibe without having to have like the black cats and the witches.
That
and things
reminds me, I did show a house that it was like, I mean, they literally put all of their Halloween decor out. Like the whole yard had it. And you went inside and one of the rooms was just full of like mannequin, scary mannequin type things. Like they literally had everything out in there. It was in the listing photos and all that as well, which we'll talk about. But it was like, I was like, we were so intrigued by all the figurines and the like the decor. We like weren't even paying attention to the house.
Did you send pictures to the broke agent? You should have.
Oh, she knows because they were in the listing photos.
The broke agent on Instagram.
Oh no, I should have.
Can I add something really fast? I'm learning. I hate Halloween.
I don't like Halloween either.
I am learning.
I
have
do
no
Halloween
decor. I don't do Halloween decor.
I don't like it. Like, and I don't like being scared. I don't like scary movies. I don't like any of that stuff. But we're driving around to like look at homes and the kids. I mean, just to like look around and see what's going on. The kids love seeing like the inflatables. They love being scared, and I'm like, bro, don't scare me.
Look at Jake's face.
Jake's ready to get rid of our green bean loving,
like,
Halloween hating.
Oh my
butts
gosh.
over
Like
here.
all your decor is like mine as well.
It's just
all
fall.
neutral.
It's just neutral fall.
We do
Tune in next week for
Halloween.
Moving with a Millennial.
I have
Jake's gonna go off on his own.
Oh my gosh.
Spin off and talk crap about us.
I have this like white, like cute little wooden pumpkin, but on the back of it, it's a jack-o'-lantern, and I turn it around, so it's just
like
white.
Scared.
It's like
I don't
ivory.
like it. I don't like the figurines. I don't like the pump. I just don't like everything. It just. I don't.
That is
literally just
awesome.
thinking
Hocus
of it.
Pocus. I love me.
We'll
some
throw you a Halloween party next year.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Perfect.
I am the exact same way. We do pumpkins, and like right now we have a scarecrow, and it's an inflatable scarecrow. And then we outlined, because Brian's doing Christmas lights again this year, so we outlined our house in orange lights. So we have a little bit of fall, but it's definitely not Halloween.
I'm
For sure.
kind of excited that Pat plays on Halloween, so I like maybe don't have to take the kids trick or treating.
Yeah, well, I feel like less and less trick-or-treaters are out there, or like, well, COVID obviously last year, but like trunk or treats are now a big thing, and like I did buy a cute
instead of going door to door.
But last year, I mean, it was like nothing.
Yeah.
And even the year before that was before COVID.
I want like reverse trick or treating where like my child can stay in one place and people are willing to give
bring
candy.
Bring your energy. Go run.
Yeah.
Like the people going door to door handing out candy.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, you do want her to stay one place?
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
Because, we have to walk with her, too.
Yeah. You should start a movement in your neighborhood. Be like, we're not going anywhere.
Flipping
You
the
come to
switch,
us
guys.
with the candy.
That's so funny.
I love it. Okay, so some other tips we have for you if you are selling during the holidays. So you want to decorate before you don't want to decorate before you stage. You want to stage first, so lay out your furniture, things like that, and then decorate your home.
And I think a good tip and trick would be if you know you're going to list in the holidays, maybe once your autumn decor is going out, before you put up your Christmas or winter decor, that's when you should get your pictures taken. Stage your homes for the pictures, and then you can put your Christmas and holiday decor up. That way you have neutral pictures. They're going to show better, and then people can still walk through the home and see your Christmas decor.
And it's also important because, in this market, homes don't stay on the market for very long, but let's just say that your home's on the market still through February. If you've got Christmas decor in your listing photos and it's February, people are probably going to go, well, shoot, this house has been on the market for a little while.
Right.
So
they might not check the days on market unless they see your holiday decor, and then they're like, wait, how long has this been on the market?
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So I think that's a great tip.
Yep. All right, we got one final tip.
All right, instead of putting up the same decor you usually put up during the holidays,
you're going to want to take what you normally do and cut it in about half. So same thing when it's not the holidays, you are going to want to remove like about 20%, 25% of the things that you don't want, because space is what sells. So you're going to want to cut that in half, especially with the decor.
All about pre-packing.
Pick your favorites.
Yeah,
your neutrals.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I think it's also important to say, like, if you don't want to do any of that, you can also just leave your house normal. Like, it's not going to bother people to walk through your home during the holidays and not have any holiday decor, because most buyer's agents would tell them, like, oh, they probably just didn't want to get it out because they're getting their home ready to move, or they're getting ready to move. So if you don't want, like, if you love the holidays and want to do all that, fantastic. Those are our tips and tricks for doing it in the best way possible. But if you also just don't want to deal with the stress of like getting out a 10-foot Christmas tree and putting up like lights and ornaments and all the things, then just don't. Like, you can still keep that. That's just less things to pack and unpack.
Right.
So I think that's the other thing to keep in mind, is you don't have to do that. Right. If you are selling during the holidays, your home doesn't have to reflect it.
I don't even think a buyer would like notice, or maybe they would, but they wouldn't like be like, oh, why,
this person doesn't like Christmas.
Yeah.
The Grinch lives here.
And don't be afraid to do it either if you want to. If you love holidays and Christmas, like, do it.
Kids to it, you might like have to.
Yeah.
Well, buyers understand you still live there, right? And it's a home, so they get that, and they may appreciate it. They may love it because then they can kind of see where their Christmas tree goes, things like that.
Yeah, so I do think the nostalgia of it is an important factor.
Yeah. All right. Well, happy holidays, guys. Hope you have, this will air, it's almost, Thanksgiving. So hope you guys have.
Talk about what you're doing for Thanksgiving really fast? And then we can go.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I only know what I'm doing, so it's decided for me. I will be in Detroit for the football game, which is pretty cool.
Very
so
cool.
Pat has played.
Wait, do you know someone that plays football?
No. Pat has played we didn't play last year on Thanksgiving, but the two before he did, which was cool because both of our kids their first Thanksgivings have been at a football game, which is like the most American thing. So it's really cool. So we'll be back in Detroit for the football game, and maybe those Bears will win.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. I actually don't know what we're doing. Last year we went to Rough Creek Lodge, which is like outside of Hico, if y'all are familiar with that. It's like a...
I don't know what any of those words mean.
It's a really cool like ranch type thing. Cool. And they've, I don't know, you should
look it up.
Really cool.
Just you guys.
My family and Chris and I. Cool. So
and you just did it last year?
We've gone to... we went one summer, and last Thanksgiving we'll probably go again.
That sounds like beautiful. A good tradition.
Yeah. It's great for kids too, if y'all.
Perfect.
Everyone.
What do you normally do?
What we normally do, we're like the 4 Christmases family, because both have divorced parents. So we end up like just kind of saying, hey, who's doing Thanksgiving? We like to host Thanksgiving now, actually, in our house. So we probably will host again this year. I think we didn't get to do anything last year just with COVID. So we'll probably host and just eat a bunch of green bean casserole and pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
So
I have no idea, honestly. I have to like look at schedules and whatnot, so I have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay.
Right now,
look at your pumpkin pie.
We're filming right now, and it's
It's a little ahead, but
Yeah.
so we got some time to think about it.
Yep.
Well, happy holidays. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. We're so thankful for you guys, by the way, too. Like, you don't know, ever since we've started this podcast, like, not only have we gotten a lot closer, like, we laugh and joke and we have all sorts of inside jokes in between filming now. So many. But we're super thankful for y'all because this is just an exciting thing for us to really be doing. We're not looking to, like, I don't know, get much out of it instead of just giving back to y'all. So thank you guys so much for listening to us every week and all your support.
Yes, we so appreciate it. And we will talk to y'all soon.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.